And we're back live from Austin, Texas. Welcome to the MLG X Games Invitational. Chris Puckett back up in the booth with Benson. Ben, we've seen some great matches, and the last time you were up here, you were watching TK take down Evil Geniuses.
Wasn't so much of a takedown as a demolition, to be completely honest.
Demolition.
It really was. It was really bad to see. And also, it's worth mentioning I'm cursed.
You are?
I'm 100% cursed. It doesn't matter who I root for, the other team always wins. So I came up with a great idea whilst I was out on lunch. I'm going to go to both teams and I'm going to see who's going to pay me the most money to root for the opposition. See? Genius.
You are quite the entrepreneur, Ben.
See? Genius.
Very impressive.
Put the curse to some use.
I like it. Well, bit of a shocker earlier in the day. So Evil Geniuses going to be down in the losers match here of Group A.
Yep.
This is the grand finals, actually, Group A. Winner moves on. They will join TK in that medals bracket. And in fact, whoever wins here is going to play the winner of Group B. So a lot of eyes on that Optic Envy matchup. Whoever wins this one, they'll play the winners of this match. So that's how the tournament is going to break down. Let's go ahead and introduce our team. Strictly Business had a pretty impressive showing on Friday in this same matchup against the Evil Geniuses. And talk to me a little bit about this lineup.
So this Strictly Business lineup, I mean, the first thing to note is they're playing with a fill-in. This isn't their normal fourth. They're playing with Fizzip, who earlier on today, when we were casting SB, well, he was a man on a mission, it's fair to say. He was dropping numbers in Respawn, but mainly he is all about the Search and Destroy. And you can see that the information at the bottom of that graphics card, all new lineup since the 2014 COD champs. Stainville is the oldest competitor at the X Games. That's something I didn't actually know. That's a interesting fun
stuff
fact.
There. Yeah, with Rambo kind of taking a back seat, I feel like Stainville has now taken that spot. And of course, Strictly Business, the organization, they finished first at COD champs for the US regionals and then fourth at the actual $1 million tournament there. But brand new lineup brought on for MLG COD League Season 2. And the team has really been surprising a lot of people with their impressive play so far.
Yeah, they have. You know, when they played EG in the very first game of the group, I mean, we both sat back and were like, oh, this should be easy for EG. And then SB put up a massive fight. And today, we saw SB just looking so dominant. They were in control. It's
been really easy to hype up Fizzip today because the man is just going off. But you got to look back and think big picture here of what we've seen so far this week in incredible plays out of Space League.
Yep.
We saw John having a very hot Friday matchup against this EG lineup, especially in that game one. And Stainville this morning has really come alive with this sniper rifle, pretty surprisingly.
Yep, he just was not missing. One-shot kills left, right, and center when he was playing S&D with that sniper. I think he finished 8-2 overall with Fizzip 12-3, I think, again. Fizzip averaging 11.5 kills in S&D from the X Games.
11? What is this?
11.5.
11.5. Is that good?
I mean, you know, we could probably, but
I like it. Well, Fizzip is going to look to continue in S&D, but I also want to see him continue doing what he was doing in those Respawn game modes. He led the team in that first domination of the morning. He also looked very good in the Blitz game as well. Yep. So he's playing on all cylinders in all of the game modes. I feel like this SB squad is kind of finally clicking. They're finding their groove together, and it just looks like they have natural chemistry, to be honest.
It's a good time to find that group as well. EG just coming off a loss, and it wasn't just like it was a fifth game. It was a pretty brutal beating that TK gave them. So if there's ever a chance to really catch EG when they're down, this is going to be that time. So hopefully the guys over at SB can really just bring that chemistry together when they need it most, because it's right here, right now.
Well, I'd love to know what's going on in Strictly Business's mind. Right now, down on the floor, we have Justine with Stainville.
Okay, so this is the matchup that we've all been waiting for, the big rematch from yesterday. Now, what happened? What were the mistakes that you guys made last time, and how are you going to fix it?
Well, we didn't get that much practice coming in, and yesterday was kind of filling out Fizzip for the first time and kind of getting our rotation down. And we just we started really hot, lost by 1 point on the first map, won the S&D, and they kind of just took it from there. Today we kind of got a little bit of practice in. We played really well against Nation, and we worked on our stuff. I think we're ready.
I mean, all things considering, you guys did really well, especially you had not practiced at all with Fizzip prior to this?
Yeah, that's true. We actually got maybe 1 day of practice in, maybe 2 series total, and this is pretty much our practice here. That's what yesterday was, and I think we're warmed up and we're ready.
Now, did you guys get a chance to practice at all today to prepare for this?
Outside of playing Nation, no. Fizzip played the 2v2, so I'm pretty sure he's warmed up, but we didn't play that long ago. I think we're pretty ready.
All right, so is there any last parting words for your opponents in there who look pretty determined?
Yeah, other than good luck, I mean, EG's the team that takes off on Sunday, so if there's any time to beat them, it's right now.
All right, well, I wish you the best of luck, and I'm going to send it back up to you guys in the booth.
That's right. You want to catch them before Championship Sunday.
Yep.
Stainville knows what they need to do here. How confident are you in the Strictly Business' ability to do that?
Can they do it? Yeah, definitely. Are EG going to let them do it? I don't think they're going to go down without a fight. When EG's backs are against the wall, that's when they play some of their best Call of Duty that I think we've ever seen. So it's going to be a close one. I think everyone knows that. But I'm not going to jinx it. I am not putting my curse out there. I want this to be a curse-neutral game.
Wow, you're such a nice guy.
I'm such a nice guy.
Such
Basically, neither team paid me enough money to...
Can we give it up for Benson Crowd?
Thanks.
All right, well,
Yeah.
let's take a look at this Evil Geniuses team. If you haven't been following competitive Call of Duty and if you're in the venue for the first time, here's a look at the reigning champions. They just took home the $1 million tournament just a few weeks ago. #1 at COD Championship, also #1 at our most recent LAN event in Niagara Falls. So Karma, 2-time champion on this squad. The rest of the team, world champions for Call of Duty goes. It's the team to beat. Definitely the juggernauts of the Call of Duty scene.
Without a doubt, the best team in Call of Duty right there in front of you. And it's worth mentioning at UGC Niagara, they actually lost in the very first round. They went down to the losers bracket first game, and they powered through that losers bracket to actually ultimately take home that championship. And as you said, it's just a powerhouse team. All world champions, and Karma, a 2-time world champion, looking for a gold medal to add to his list of accomplishments.
All those tournament victories were underneath the Complexity brand. Now playing for Evil Geniuses, looking to get X Games gold this week, and it's not going to be an easy road, but let's take a look at some of the stats that these guys bring to the table. Each of them are incredible slayers, but they also excel in certain areas on the squad. Let's start this one off with TeePee, the objective master. You know, he's a fan favorite. A lot of people love watching his play. He's been competing on the pro circuit since 2010. Always fun to watch it. And TeePee really probably the best objective player in the game today.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. And Fwiz put it the best as well. You could take TeePee out of this team and you could put him in any other team and say, TeePee, I want you to be the Slayer. And he could do that. That's this guy's ability. He isn't just a, oh, I'm going to hop on flags, oh, I'm going to cap blitz portals. He is pretty much an all-rounded player. And in my eyes, honestly, one of the best players in the pro circuit right now, just because of that.
What's pretty ridiculous is his COD League Season 2 overall KD. This is online play, and it doesn't affect him at all. 1.2 overall is absolutely incredible. And on top of that, he's backed it up at $1 million tournament with a 1.1. The guy can slay, and very rarely do you see an objective player with a positive kill death ratio. But adding in 4.86 dom caps at COD Champs, he was in the top 10 there. And his S&D game, he gets the bomb down more than almost any other player, I think, in Call of Duty.
What's really interesting to note as well is that look at from COD Champs to Season 1, his overall slaying category, averaging 19 kills. Then Season 2 comes along and he's averaging 22, nearly 23 if you round it up. We're seeing a similar thing here as well. He's been putting up some serious numbers when it comes to that kill column in all of the respawn game modes, so he's doing something right.
And yesterday against Strictly Business, he did have the most kills on his squad.
Exactly.
In a few of those respawn game modes. So TeePee's going to be doing the objective, but he also can slay. But who are the main slayers you are looking out for in this matchup?
Oh, for me, it's going to be about whether Karma and Crim6 can both go. But for me, mainly Crim6. He's one of those players when he's on, there's no one else that can touch him on the game. It's as simple as that. He's just laser beam. He's just beast mode.
The man had a 7-piece against Envy at UGC Niagara.
7-piece. Have you, I've never seen that, ever.
It was absolutely ridiculous. His stats, incredible as well. You know, he was right up there with Aches, both players at Call of Duty Championships competing for the best overall KD, both over 1.2 there. And he's so consistent in the slaying game. Karma, he's kind of, he wasn't really noisy yesterday in their matches. Wasn't really going off, wasn't as hot as we've seen him in the past. But here's a look at some of Karma's stats at COD Champs. A 1.2 overall. His S&D game, though, was his most stellar number. 1.32 kill to death ratio in search and destroy game modes. The man can do it all, whether it's with an SMG, whether it's an assault rifle, or whether it's with the sniper rifle. He is especially dangerous when he gets hot with that sniper.
Yeah, when he has that sniper in his hands, he just doesn't seem to miss. Search and destroy Octane, when he's sniping that cross, there's not a lot of snipers in the game that can beat him, to be completely honest with you. But as you said, you look at his S&D game, and that's something which he's always been very good at. And I think teaming with, the likes of Killer back in Black Ops 2 definitely helped him with that. Learning the smarts of how to play S&D made him a much more well-rounded player. And then you add that to his respawn game, and you have 2-time world champion.
All right, so those are our players to watch in this one. We got TeePee and Karma, as well as Crimsix and Aches on this Evil Geniuses lineup. And right now, down on the floor, we have Justine with TeePee.
Okay, talk to me. What happened with that TK match?
We just didn't come out and slay like we're known to do. They came out hotter. Apathy had a really good game against us. We did very well in the search, so I was happy about that, but in the respawns, they basically embarrassed us on Freight. We were just trying to play too fast, got a little frantic there in my opinion. Just need to settle it down and do what we do best.
So you guys think that you're going to be able to take this?
Definitely. We got to slow it down a little bit, pre-aim a little bit more on the map, and work together more as a team. We're kind of going 1-and-1 at a time, kind of playing lazy like we did online. We didn't get great practice coming into this event, but that's no excuse. We need to come out and play as a team.
I do like that you guys don't really make excuses. You're like, this is what happened, and we need to fix it. So now you're going to be playing Strictly Business coming up here next. Now this is the big rematch. Now, what are you going to do differently for this?
We got to stop Fizzerp destroying us on Search and Destroy. Other than that, we did well against them.
Now, do you think that was, since he is kind of new to playing with them, that it was kind of something you guys didn't expect?
Definitely. He has different strategies when it comes to Search and Destroy. That's sort of what his specialty is. So playing against that team with him is a different style of play we weren't really used to, but I think now we got a map under our belts against them in Search and Destroy. We'll be okay.
All right, so is there anything last that you would like to say to your fans out there before this game starts?
Don't worry, all our fans, we're fine. I think we're going to take this match and hopefully get into the medal rounds.
All right, well, I wish you the best of luck, and back up to you guys at the booth, and let's get this game started.
Thank you, Justine. As the players are getting ready, I want to do a quick fan poll, not only online, but also in the venue, guys. Let us know, how many of you guys out there are cheering for Evil Geniuses in this match? All right, how many of you guys would like to see Strictly Business get a little bit of revenge?
Okay. People want to see the upset. They want to see the world champions taken down.
And I'm looking over there. I see Mr. Chaos Silencer.
see the
He
TK
has
fans.
all smiles on his face right now. His boys have taken down EG. Everyone wants to know, will Strictly Business be able to do the same and eliminate Evil Geniuses, not giving them an opportunity to play in the grand finals for the first time in over a year?
That would just be crazy. There's no better way of putting it. I mean, EG not in a grand final bucket? That's just unheard of.
It's not normal Call of Duty.
No, I feel like something's
we don't
wrong.
see that.
It's expected. It's the norm.
I'm so excited. So we saw that Evil Geniuses was struggling in respawn game mode. We've seen Strictly Business be hot or not in the respawn. I think they need to set the tone with a game one win. And if you can get a second game, if you can get the Search and Destroy, then I think Strictly Business really has a chance. But if they lose this game one and Aches and Crim start getting heated up, I'm really worried for this SB crew.
I think a lot sort of is lying on Fizzup's shoulders, to be completely honest, because when we saw that first game of the day, you know, with Fizzup in Respawn, he dropped 35 kills. And then that's when we both looked at each other and were kind of like, all right, Fizzup's here to play today. This is a lot better. And then obviously he carried it through in the Search and Destroy, doing what we expected him to do best. Dropped another 12 kills there. And then in Blitz, he was doing such an all-round good job. It was just really good to see from him. So for me, a lot of this is really resting on his shoulders.
You know, I'm also looking for Spacely and John. They got to do exactly what they did yesterday against this team. And guys, I got good news for Strictly Business. They're playing EG in the same exact map that they lost by just 1 point yesterday, and that was when Fizzerp only dropped 16 kills. If he steps up his slaying just a little bit, think how different this game could be.
This was the same map they played earlier on as well.
Yeah.
And that's when he dropped 35. So, Fizzup, when it comes to Strike Zone today at least, seems to have the hot hand on this map. But Complexity, EG I should say, I mean, I just think they want to have that revenge after being beaten by TK. So this is going to go all the way to the wire. It wouldn't surprise me if we had another 1 point game.
It's the final match in Group A. You win here, you move on to the medals bracket. You lose here, you're out of the tournament. We're getting started with Fizzerp, who is met on the mid stairs by a stun right away. He's eliminated, but Stainville has the revenge, getting his back and now looking to push into B.
As well as that, you actually have Spacely, who's already on that B flag, just roaming around, but SB still yet to cap that home flag in EG.
Wow.
They're just going to dive straight on that A flag, and they're going to make SB pay for that mistake.
So Spacely's going to get this, and there is a player in the back alley waiting for him. Coming from the closet, Spacely pre-fire, won't be able to get the kill, and he's tagged up from behind. So Fizzerp rotating over to C, not the start Strictly Business wanted, finally gathering a flag. And the other two are being captured right now by this Evil Geniuses squad.
And more importantly, EG putting pressure on that C flag as well. So SB only just got it, and EG were already there trying to pick up those kills, and it's Aches who is starting off very well, 2-1 as well. Crim, 4-2. He is the player to watch off this time.
We're going over to Karma and Fizzerp and TeePee getting kills, 1 for each squad. Let's see what Karma can bring to the table. Currently 4-2, behind 3 players from Strictly Business. Does he shoot? He's going to make the call out first. Peppering 1 gets an assist. His teammate falls, will not be able to clean that one up. TeePee's here to answer back, however. And TeePee, like we said earlier, had the best game for any of the players on this squad yesterday. He was really a monster on this map, Strike Zone.
Yeah, he really was. He played very, very well. Meanwhile, SB actually on that B flag. Someone from EG is going to need to dive in there. TeePee straight off respawn is going to have to try and push it with Karma. They're going to lose that flag. Now SB needs to just try and reduce that deficit, which EG have built in the first couple of minutes of this game. I mean, it's still very, very close, 24-17, nothing really to worry about, but you want to try and keep it as close as possible at all times, especially when you're playing against the world champs EG.
Aches going hunting right now. Didn't see the player up top. Immediately cleaned up by John. John just 3-5. Needs to get things going. However, Spacely, just like yesterday, is off to a great start on a 4-point spree. Make it 5 after that knife.
That was a big knife there on TeePee. However, a couple of his teammates going down, and he's kind of caught in no man's land here. He doesn't really know where to go. However, EG, someone on that C flag, looks to his right, picks up 1. Can he find the second as well? Jumps out. Karma with a big, big kill on that flag. Fizzerp just... well,
great reaction time there from Fizzerp. Grenades finally come in from Stainville to take out Karma, so an uncontested C flag. However, all the action's at A. John getting taken down. Aches here, sitting on it. Will stay on board with John through the respawn. All of his teammates with 7 kills. John at 3-7, definitely struggling in the first 2.5 minutes here.
EG should be able to get control of that C flag unless John can do anything about it. He can't. 3-8 now. As he goes down one more time. Fizzerp, though, should be able to get control of that A site, thanks to Stainville sliding up at A1. And that deficit has been reduced to a 3-point game. However, both A and B currently being contested.
Very tight game. Look at that kill column here for Evil Genius. 7-6 for Aches, just 1 point difference. 1 point difference for Karma, 1 for TeePee as well, and Crim 6. So overall, it looks like +4 as a team for this EG squad. Basically trying to do his best in the slaying department. Is going to get double digits first. 10-7 with 2 captures to his name. Going for number 3 now. They
just need John to step up just a little bit, and SB's life will be quite significantly easier, I feel, as he picks up 1. Knocked out 5 kills. Let's get shut down, and EG just defending that B side, but it's going to come down stable. Picks up 1. Can he find the second? He's going to go straight onto the flag. Not going to get it. Crim 6 with a big kill. Big 2 kills, actually.
Wow, let's go over to Crimbot here.
12-9. He's playing very well.
Cyborg is broken on that jump. Over to Karma now. Karma getting cleaned up from the side, and no one able to really break away and go on a big spree here. These two teams looking so evenly matched. Look at our scoreboard, though. Aches has done a nice job of rotating around and constantly causing problems at this A flag. Here he is one more time. As Strictly Business is grabbing the B flag, there's 2 players grabbing A, and it's going to be 2 flags to 1 in favor of EG.
That was such smart play from Aches as well. Straight off spawn, he recognized that there was players from SB on that B flag. He rotated straight through Pro Shot, managed to jump on A, and 2 caps it with his teammate. So that rotation, which is what we talked about earlier on this map, so key.
2 players now for SB trying to make their way to A. Big kills here from Aches. Needs 1 more. Player top of the stairs is going to do a nice job staying alive. However, they need to put the pressure, and there's the kill finally coming from behind. It was John on A. Final 20 seconds, and these are actually big points at the end. You cannot go down over 25. In fact, even 20 is a pretty brutal beating on the smallest map in Domination Strike Zone.
But in that second side, though, anything could happen. I mean, yesterday we saw SB, I think it was a deficit of, it was like 20-28 at one point against EG, and then they clawed it all the way back. And I think they actually took the lead in the last minute and a half before EG stepped it up one more time and took the victory. But it's the world champions.
Karma
came in the lead.
Karma came to life at the end of that round once again.
A little bit.
17-11. He is the first player to really start pulling away. Stainville dropping the most kills for his squad, and John definitely not having his best of first rounds. Let's see if he'll be able to bounce back. I gotta watch Karma though. 17-11. He is definitely doing it right with this vector.
I think Karma's going to be the player that's going to push straight into that B site. He has that hot hand. It's going to be 2 SB players in front of him. Going to pick up 1. Can he find the second? He knows he's going to be to the left-hand side. No, surely not. Fizzerp does pick up that kill. And was traded, though. Aches is going to be on that B site. Karma straight off respawn, looks to his right-hand side, gets another easy kill on John.
And I had an opportunity to talk with Karma this morning at the very opening of the venue, and talking to him about his struggles yesterday with the Vector, he said, I wasn't using the red dot, instead I was using muzzle brake and grip. I was watching all the other matches later in the day, big 3-piece for Aches, by the way, and he said that without the...
4-piece.
Without 4-piece?
It was a 4-piece.
Very nice, Aches. I apologize. Here's your screen, my friend. He said without that red dot, he seemed to have trouble at long range, didn't get as much aim assist as he'd like. So after talking with Drifter, he's made the change going back over the red dot. It seems to be paying off. 19-13 with 5 captures.
Yeah, he's playing very, very well. And EG in complete control of this game. 99-74. It's going to be a bit of a steep hill now for SB to try and make a comeback, but still technically possible. But they need to try and make sure Karma does not cap this B flag. There's going to be someone coming in from front B. He does pick up that kill. That was Stainville. Very, very important. A couple players now going down, but Aches, he seems to have the hot hand right now. He's just getting all sorts of kills in that kill feed.
You want to watch this Aches kid again?
A little bit.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's all right.
20 and 16, 0 caps though. He hasn't been worried about securing the objective. He just clears the room, lets one of his buddies hop on it, and he continues to roam outside. He's taken down. Karma on a 4-point spree, working with TeePee here. 20 and 14, he's going to be cleaned up. Back to TeePee. TeePee at the bottom of the stairs, going to get one on the flag. Another player coming from the top. And TeePee doing a nice job, really just forcing more people to come focus on him. Look at this, 3 players from Strictly Business all looking at TeePee. He's able to clean up one. Got some help from Crim6 at the top as he got one as well. And now Aches and Karma are just making sure they keep C control as B is going to be locked down.
Yeah, it's slowly starting to get out of hand for SB. Karma lying on that B flag as well. It has teammate Crim6 at the C flag. Player's going to challenge Crim. That was John. John picked it up a little bit. To be fair to him, 18 and 21, actually top slaying now for his team after only having, I think it was like 9 kills off that first side. He really was struggling a lot, but Aches just trying to pick up a couple more kills still.
Still, it's getting farther and farther away. We started at 24 points.
Right.
Now, you know, we're looking at 32. And this is going to be pretty rough for this Strictly Business squad coming down to the last 2 minutes. Maximum you can get if you're holding 2 flags to just 1 is 24 in 2 minutes. So they're going to need a neutralization and potentially even a 3 cap here if they want a chance.
And they just need to start winning those 1v1 gunfights as well. Because that's what's the fundamental difference. Visit picks up 1, goes to the pre-fire. Hit markers, but Crim just shoots him through the wall. He's having absolutely none of that. Spacing now on your screen. 1 play to the right-hand side. There's the knife. There's going to be another one there. And TeePee and Aches both pick up more kills in the middle. And it's looking like EG should take this first map relatively comfortably.
Karma gonna find 3 at the top of these stairs. 98 seconds left on the clock. Wasn't able to dial that one in. Aches comes out, finishes it with the MTAR. Bit interesting here to see him switch up the MTAR. Any reason for this, Ben?
Personal preference, I reckon, more than anything else. And maybe he's thinking about, you know, future maps as well. He wants to make sure his MTAR shot's on as opposed to anything else. But, you know, when you're winning, you can pretty much do whatever you want, really. Karma on your screen, he's just trying to drop some bombs right now. He's on 29, he's looking for that 30. Aches has already hit it. 2 players down there. Still with 60 seconds left in this game now.
3-piece opportunity for Karma, could not get it done. Aches is going to get the call out with Crim6. Crim is going to lock down to his B room. Not happening. Don't even come in here, Stainville. And that's just that EG teamwork. They feel the pressure, the call outs are made, and before there's even a challenge at the flag, that player is going to be picked off from behind. Look at the score difference now, 118 to 170 as SB knows they're out of it. They're going to need a big search and destroy to bounce back in the series and get some momentum because currently down 54, this is a blowout for Evil Geniuses.
But I mean, luckily for SB, they do have Fizz up in that search and destroy. He's been, as I said, averaging 11.5 kills throughout the X game so far in search and destroy. So, you know, you have that going for you, at least a player who's been consistently dropping double digits. However, now you have to do it against EG. It's not going to be easy, but, you know, TeePee said it the best in that interview. He said, we need to just make sure Fizzit doesn't shut us down.
And there you have it, 181 to 125 is your final score. Evil Geniuses going to take our first game.
Did so relatively simply for them. Aches 32 kills, Karma dropped 33 as well, 6 caps.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
All around doing absolutely everything, but you know, I think if I'm SB, I'm focusing it on those search and destroys and on that blitz. You know, domination is going to be very difficult to to win against EG. They're just so slay heavy. It's going to be very, very tough. If they can win this S&D now, a lot is relying on that blitz.
Lots. So don't want to get in a pressure situation. Need to take this search and destroy. Can Stainville and the boys do it? He had a phenomenal sniper work on Warhawk earlier in the day. I'm looking to see if he can continue it. I also wonder, since EG got here early to watch the other teams warm up, did they veto Warhawk for game number 2? We'll find out after this. Before the break, here's a quick look at the stats.